With only 2 years left in this president's term, our nation has much to accomplish on some very important topics. As the president outlined and what Congress must move toward are topics ranging from health care and domestic energy to border security and runaway government spending. Health care was certainly one of the president's major topics, and while I'm equally concerned about the high number of uninsured folks in the nation, we need to be careful to ensure that any broad reform makes good financial sense. Americans deserve better access to health care, but that care needs to be affordable as well. Our nation must continue to pursue energy reserves here at home. The president addressed energy mainly from the standpoint of renewable energy. While I believe renewable energy should be a large part of our future, in the near term, our nation must have enough power from a wide variety of current sources. I continue to advocate strongly for Wyoming to take full advantage of the cutting-edge efforts to turn coal into liquid fuel. I will continue those efforts in Washington as we pursue ways to fund a commercial coal-to-diesel plant. It only makes sense for national security and for our energy needs to take full advantage of our nation's most abundant fossil fuel source. Wyoming produces more than a third of our nation's coal. Coal-to-liquids plants are ready to break ground, but we must get the federal government to be a supportive partner in these energy products. Coal-to-liquid technology will allow us to make transportation fuel from coal in an environmentally friendly way. But while these efforts will go on a long way to bring more domestic fuel to the market, we have so far been unable to get the necessary funding in place to allow these plants to move forward. Similarly, another use of coal is to generate electricity. I believe we can accomplish this kind of power generation while sequestering the carbon emissions that contribute to global warming. Because renewable energy currently only powers about 2% of our nation's needs, in the meantime, we must find environmentally responsible ways to use our fossil fuel resource like coal. The President's new strategy for Iraq and the war on terror was certainly a key theme in his address. There must be action on the part of the Iraqi leaders to get their government up and running. That includes providing their own security and establishing their economy and political operation as well. And finally, the President spoke of his plan to balance the budget. I continue to be concerned about the size of the federal government and about wasteful government spending. We cannot pass along massive debt to future generations. I believe the reforms recently passed in the Senate will provide the President with even more tools to hold down wasteful spending. With increased accountability and transparency in how government operates, I'm confident Congress can get its fiscal house in order, move forward on the proposals that matter most to Americans.